and neutralizing stomach acid. What do we know? We know that neutralizing stomach acid is going to be something that has a high bicarbonate concentration and a high pH, because stomach acid has a low pH. Now, even though we may not need the vignette, let's see the connection between the vignette and the question. There are no borborygmi. That means there are no bowel sounds. The classmate is thirsty and hasn't had a bowel movement in the past 3 days. That certainly suggests what? Dehydration. We know that the brain has osmoreceptors that are sensitive to dehydration and provide a perception of thirst for people to be stimulated to seek water. So it certainly appears that we're looking for something that might be the body's response to dehydration that would slow down the gastrointestinal tract, and at the same time that causes more reabsorption of water from the chyme. Just like in the kidneys, we reabsorb water from the chyme in the duodenum in response to dehydration. But the price the patient pays is that it slows down motility and the person has constipation, thick stool. It's hard to defecate. So let's see. If we look for something that might have a high bicarbonate concentration, we would look for secretin, wouldn't we? Secretin is made here in the duodenum by S cells, and it stimulates the pancreatic juice to make bicarbonate. Well, that certainly neutralizes the acid. Now, the other part of the question is, slow down motility. Does secretin slow down motility? Well, it actually does, and the reason, or the purpose behind that, is if we slow down motility, we'll get more chance to reabsorb water, and there will also be more chance to neutralize the acidic pH from the parietal cells in the stomach. In the fundus of the stomach, we have parietal cells making what? HCl. So even though we think we have the answer, remember, we always have to look at the other choices, because sometimes there are 2 correct answers and we're always required to select the best one. So let's see if we can rule some of them out. If we look at motilin, motilin stimulates motility. It's made by the M cells here in the duodenum. So we have S cells and we have M cells making motilin. Ghrelin is made in the stomach, but that stimulates appetite. So I think we can rule ghrelin out. Gastrin is also made down here. G cells, to stimulate the parietal cells in the stomach to make acid, not to neutralize it. So we can rule that out. And what about cholecystokinin? Cholecystokinin is also made down here. Cholecystokinin is made by I cells down in the duodenum. And the purpose of cholecystokinin is to stimulate the pancreas, but not the bicarbonate production of pancreatic juice, or not the bicarbonate constituent of pancreatic juice. I said that better the second time. Cholecystokinin we can rule out because it stimulates the digestive enzymes that the pancreas makes for pancreatic juice, not the bicarbonate. So it seems like we have the right answer, secretin. Now, secretin is very interesting because it's also made in the hypothalamus and is part of the body's response to dehydration, we already talked about how it works here, but by stimulating ADH, antidiuretic hormone, it has an action on the kidneys to cause reabsorption of water too. So you see, secretin is the body's orchestrated response to reabsorb water. Remember, ADH is our body's drink of water. When we can't drink or we're dehydrated, we reabsorb water from the renal tubules, and that dehydrates the what? Urine. So we're dehydrating the urine, we're slowing down urine flow in order to rehydrate the body in a case of severe dehydration. But the price the patient pays is what? Thick stool that we know results in constipation, as indicated by the fact that the classmate has not had a bowel movement in the past 3 days.